This is Columbus Concerns, a public affairs presentation of North American Broadcasting. Here's your host, Mark News.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us today on Columbus Concerns. I'm Mark News. Our guest on the program today is the Executive Director of the Senior Hub, the local Meals on Wheels in Fairfield County. Anna Tobin is here, and Anna, thanks so much for coming by.
Well, thanks for having me today. It's just such a pleasure to be here and to share some information about our organization and how we really do make a big impact in our community.
Tell us about what is the Senior Hub?
Well, the Senior Hub is the local Meals on Wheels provider and is the Office on Aging for Fairfield County. Mm-hmm. We've been around for over 50 years providing meal services and 20-plus services, all designed with seniors in mind to help ensure their health, their connection, and independent living. And we are a 501c3. We're a private nonprofit, but we do benefit from a local Meals on Wheels senior services levy, to help us provide those services. So it's just a great organization. It's driven by the local community, by our not only the levy funding, but volunteers, paid staff members, and just tons of partnerships. All working together in a community-based effort to help ensure our seniors are cared for.
And everything you do is so important, especially these days when we have an aging population.
Absolutely. We are seeing the senior population grow exponentially just due to the fact that those boomers are coming on. They're coming on hot and heavy.
Yeah.
And I think the tail end, will probably wrap up around 2040 when it kind of levels out. But I always geek out over statistics, and I see one all the time that says by 2035, there will be more older persons than those under the age of 18. And so we really do value and respect the efforts of local providers to care for seniors and ensuring that the funding's available and the supports are all available, keep those services in place. Seniors, they as you age in, and I know I'm an aging person, and I see as I'm reaching different milestones, things changes and challenges come up. So a lot of times seniors, things that happen to them or the experiences that they are having, it come out of the blue. You can have a fall, you can have an illness, you can just be aging and fine, and then something comes up. Well, I think those surprises and those issues that come up are all impacted by the services around them that can help support them through those challenges and help them remain living independently. So we support over 3,100 individuals in Fairfield County each year, and that's with meal services or any number of those other services that we provide. That was a very long answer to your short question.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to ask next, how many people you served and how many meals do you serve a day?
We serve roughly about 1,300 meals every day, and that includes our home-delivered meals, and then we supply meals to congregate dining sites.
Okay.
We also have a couple of restaurant programs or community sites that make their own meals but serve seniors. So we're trying in different ways throughout Fairfield County. In Fairfield County, we have a couple of large cities, Lancaster and Pickerington, but we have a lot of rural areas within our community as well. And so we want to make sure that people in the rural areas, people in city, all have access to food. And, with the home-delivered meals, there's certain qualifiers. You're unable to shop for your food, you're unable to prepare for your food, or you don't have anyone in the home to help you get your food on the table. So the community meal sites are more for seniors who have the ability to get out and about, but perhaps they would like socialization. They want a reason to get up and get out for the day. When the seniors walk in our congregate setting there at the Senior Hub, we say, "How are you doing today?" And or "Good to see you today." And they say, "Well, it's good to be seen." And when you think about that, for a lot of seniors, they're like, "You're the only people I'm connecting with for the day. So it's nice for me to get out and about. And if I'm not showing up, you're going to be calling me and asking, where are you? Are you okay?" kind of thing. So again, the community meal sites, the restaurant sites, and the home delivered meals are our largest program. Of the agency. Probably 75% of the service units that we provide each year go through our meal programs.
Hey, every time I've talked to anyone who has any connection with a Meals on Wheels or senior programs, you have to stop and think to yourself, Meals on Wheels is the greatest bargain that we have in our society today, because nutrition is one reason that people end up going to nursing homes. And this really keeps a lot of seniors in their homes.
It really does. And you're so right. There's been study after study done about the effects of putting those services in place up front. So when a senior is declining in health, not eating properly, the mental awareness goes, the muscles atrophy, overall health just declines. And for many reasons, people, need help with those nutrition services. You look at someone going into a surgery, coming out of surgery, needing help with meals if they don't have someone in the home. Those that have lost a loved one or a caregiver, or just through decreased mobility, decreased mental acuity, unable to shop and prepare their own food, needing that food delivered daily, nourishes their body. The relationships that happen as part of that delivery help their mind.
Yeah.
It helps reduce that isolation. It helps people stay connected, knowing they have a whole network of support behind them. But study after study does indicate that those community-based services and those interventions can avoid downstream costs.
Yeah.
So we can care for a person for an entire year for about as much as 1 day in the hospital or 6 days in a nursing home.
Amazing.
Getting that food into their bellies, getting the services in place, avoid those emergency room visits, avoid readmitting to the hospital unnecessarily, or early placement into a long-term care facility. And again, that saves us, our taxpayers, money in the long run. And as a business major, that geeks me out. And I'm like, that's cool, that's great, that's the way we need to go. But as a human being, knowing that we're caring for our older folks at a time in their life when they need help really fills your cup.
And nobody wants to go to a nursing home.
No, that's not the place people want to go.
Yeah.
They want to stay living in their home where things are familiar, where they feel comfortable, where they have neighbors and friends. So, I think that the community-based services really do make a big difference in the long run, both for emotionally for people, but also economically speaking.
We are talking today with Anna Tobin, who is the executive director of the Senior Hub, which includes the local Meals on Wheels in Fairfield County and the Office on Aging and all of their services. Before we go any further, what's the website where people can get more information about the Senior Hub?
Sure, you can visit us online at theseniorhubfc.org. You can Google search us at the Senior Hub Fairfield County, and you'll get there. We have a great, robust website. You're able to see all the services we have available, our newsletters there, our activity calendars there, but also you can sign up to volunteer and learn about those opportunities, or you can donate.
In addition to Meals on Wheels, there are other programs as well, like transportation and homemaker services. Tell us a little bit about some of those.
I will tell you about that, but I wanted to let you know, many people know us as Meals on Wheels of Fairfield County, and we were that name for 50 years.
Yeah.
And just in 2024, we did rebrand as the Senior Hub, and we say your local Meals on Wheels provider to keep those two names together. But the Senior Hub gives us a platform really to talk about those 20-plus services that we're able to offer in Fairfield County for those who are 60 and older, or caregivers who are caring for someone who are 60 and older. But those include non-emergency medical transportation, the ERS buttons, minor home repairs and maintenance. We can install grab bars, ramps, all those kind of supports within your home to help you be safe in your home, but also personal care and homemaking to help you be healthy and safe in your home, Medicare counseling and RX assistance programs that assist people with reducing the cost of prescription drugs. That is huge for many people, and that program is growing and growing. We do medical equipment on loan, chore assistance, and social and wellness programs, and that includes friendly visiting and telefriend programs. So there's just so much more. One of the outlier programs we have that's not funded by our levy, but only by donations, is Food for Paws. And that is a cool program that's available to our low-income seniors who are in the Meals on Wheels program. And it was developed because sometimes our people were feeding their food to their pets to keep them nourished. First of all, that's not good for the senior and that's not good for the pet.
Right.
But we designed our program so that we could provide supplemental food for their pets, also veterinarian care, boarding, and that type of thing, because we want and recognize the fact that pets are a big part of our seniors' lives. It's their socialization for the day, and their little buddies, they're little fur babies, so they love them, and we wanted to help support them. So we look to our seniors and we see where the gaps are in our services or gaps in services in the community, and we try to fill those needs through the Senior Hub.
Talk a little bit about who is eligible for Meals on Wheels and for your other services.
Sure. So in Fairfield County, we serve those 60 and older living in Fairfield County. A lot of times people think that it's only income-based, and we always say you could have a big old bag of money, but if you have no one to care for you, that's not going to do you any good.
Yeah.
So, we are able to provide services to people of all income levels. However, some of our programs are cost share. So if you're getting a home repair or something like that, or your emergency response button, that's based on your income of what you'll pay. If you have a low income, you may have nothing to pay. If you have a higher income, you'll pay more of a cost share towards that program. Our meal services and those services that are funded through Title III of the Older Americans Act, those services are on a donation basis, and we never turn anyone away who cannot make a donation toward their service. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool to know that these services are available. We always encourage people to reach out and give us a call at 740-681-5050 and ask about the services that they could qualify for. Let us know your circumstances. But every service starts with an in-home assessment. We're sending a care coordinator out to learn about you. Mm-hmm. What are your needs? You might think all you need are the meal programs, but while they're in there, they could be recognizing that you have mobility issues. There's no handrails like on your front porch, or maybe you need some grab bars in your bathroom. And so they suggest other programs that might be of benefit. And a lot of times people will say, no, I just want to stick with the meals. Mm-hmm. And once they get to know us, the driver's there every day, having conversation, they become more trusting, and then are more open to having other services in their home as well. The whole idea is really to keep them safe, healthy, and independently living, and provide that network of people that they can call and they can talk to if there's issues or problems and in need of help.
Can people get meal services if for a temporary basis? Let's say they're recovering from an illness.
Oh, yeah, and I love that part of what we do. So if you're going in for a surgery, you can pre-schedule. You can say, I'm coming out on, the 10th, and can I get meals? And we'll serve you meals as long as you need them. And what we love to hear is when we call you back on our case management calls and you say, I don't think I need you anymore. I'm good. I'm back to shopping. I'm back to driving. We are like, oh, yes, you just checked that box, and we're glad we're able to help you. Give us a call if you ever need us again. I love that piece of it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And talk a little bit about, is there a waiting list for Meals on Wheels?
In Fairfield County, we do not have a waiting list. And again, the Senior Services Levy that affords us that luxury.
Yeah.
We never turn people away for services based on funding. So sometimes, we have a little backup of homemaking services and personal care, and that's because the number of aides that are out there to provide that service might be limited for a period of time, but we usually get you in on that service as soon as possible.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's amazing. Anna Tobin is here, the executive director of the Senior Hub. That's the local Meals on Wheels program in Fairfield County. And again, give us the website and the phone number for people to contact you.
Sure. If you're interested in learning more about our organization, you like what you've heard today, give us a call at 740-681-5050, or you can visit us online at theseniorhubfc.org or Google search us, the Senior Hub Fairfield County.
I'm sure that you couldn't do what you do without the people who volunteer to deliver the meals.
Oh, no. It takes so many hands to get those meals prepared. We prepare a day of. Mm-hmm. So you're getting a daily prepared meal, which is amazing. So at 6 o'clock, our people were in pulling food, getting things ready to go. And it takes a lot of hands to make that happen. 21 routes over the whole entire county, 1,300 meals, getting ready to go out the door. But it takes the volunteers, whether they're cooking, packing food, helping to pack up the side portions of the meal, loading trucks, working in our dining room. It takes all of us working together to make that all happen. And we look for volunteers. Again, what's your I don't want to say what's your jam, but that's what comes to my mind. Do you like visiting? If you are a talker, we're like, come and be a part of our friendly visitor program. You'll be perfect. Other people like clerical work. Other people like, hey, I just want to be in the dining room and talk with people and clear tables. Other people I want to go deliver meals. I want to do that, a couple times a week. Mm-hmm. Others want to work in the kitchen or in the warehouse. So we've got all kinds of ways for you to volunteer. But it takes all of us working together to make it happen. And we've got a great community who steps up. Our Rotary clubs come in and pack our huge shelf-stable meal days. So if we're not going to be able to deliver for weather purposes or for holidays, like if we're off on Christmas, we need food packed up so the seniors have something to access when we're not delivering.
Right.
And those meals are delivered in advance by our meal delivery drivers. But Rotary will come in, and I think they've got the record. Our Lancaster Rotary has packed 1,200 meals in 41 minutes, and they hold the reigning championship on that. So it does. It takes a lot of people working together to make it all happen.
So if I would like to deliver meals, let's say I want to be a driver, tell me about how that would work. What would my day look like?
Oh, sure. So if you would like to be a meal delivery driver with Meals on Wheels, of course, you would sign up. You go through an orientation process because we want to make sure people understand what they're doing. Mm-hmm. There is a background check on you. Mm-hmm. To make sure you're safe for our seniors. Once you've provided orientation, we match you up with a driver, and you'll go out and you'll deliver a route with a driver so you can see how it all works. We use tablets for our delivery, so you'll be like the UPS guy. You got your little tablet.
Oh, wow.
It tells you where you're going,
nice,
where to turn-by-turn instructions, that kind of thing. You sign off for a delivery, and you're done for the day as you get through your route. But when you make the delivery, you'll be going to the home. You'll, of course, knock on the door, and our senior will come to the door, and then you provide them with the meal. Some seniors need you to come on in and open their milk or their tray because their hands don't work real good. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we provide that level of service. We also pull in the garbage cans if they need that. Sometimes we bring in the mail if they ask us to go get that for them or do little tasks or little chore while they're there. But generally the delivery, you're there, a minute or two. But just that moment of connection for a senior makes all the difference in their day.
And those drivers can see changes too.
They do. They can see what's going on with the senior. If Mrs. Smith's been coming to the door every day and she's looking nice and dressed and her hair's done, then all of a sudden she's disheveled and not looking very good, that's a definite call to their emergency contact person. Mm-hmm. But also a call to the care coordinators who will reach out to Mrs. Smith and ask, how's things going, try to get a feel for what's going on in her life. She may have had a tumble or maybe not just been feeling well and just unable to care for herself. Then we're able to connect her with homemaking service or personal care service to get her back up and running, or find her the assistance that she needs, to be healthy and safe in her home.
And do you have all the volunteers that you need, or do you sometimes have to supplement with paid drivers?
Yeah, so we have over 70 people on our roster, our staff. And when we don't have enough volunteers, our staff members are the people who are taking the meals. Some routes are fully staffed by paid drivers, especially if the rural county routes.
Oh, sure.
You're out for 4 hours, 5 hours. You have 4 hours for that day. So in the city of Lancaster, we have, I believe it is 12 of our routes are in the city of Lancaster. So we've reserved those for our volunteers.
Yeah.
And I would say right now, maybe about half of those routes are covered by volunteers throughout the week. So always looking for more volunteers. You know how that goes.
Oh, yeah,
you can't ever
of
have
course.
too many volunteers. But again, when you ask about what's your day look like, well, a day for a volunteer is very uplifting for the most part. You're the friendly face that these people have seen for the day. You're that moment of connection. It's a heartwarming feeling to be a volunteer who knows that they're making this difference in a person's life. So if you've ever thought about it, I encourage you, wherever you live, to seek out your local Meals on Wheels provider and check it out. Give it a try for the day. You're going to make some really cool friends when you're out there. Mm-hmm. You do become their friends. We just got a note this morning from a 92-year-old woman, and she had written a poem for her delivery driver. Earl comes to her every day and makes the delivery, and she just made the sweetest poem. It was a whole page about how she feels about, him coming to her house and knowing he's going to be there, it makes her feel safe. It makes her feel connected and loved and cared for, which was just so heartwarming.
I'm sure over the years you've seen a lot of stories like that.
We have. We see them all the time, whether it's someone who's lost their loved one, their spouse, and they're not only lost the person who may have been caring for them, maybe it's that kind of situation, but they're lonely. They've lost this person that they've lived with for 65 years or so, and it just is, it's heartbreaking, but it's nice to know that we can provide them with a network of support and care. And it means the world to them when they know they have someone to call, someone who cares for them. They've got drivers coming to their house to be that moment of connection. It's a feel good on both sides of the situation. Yeah.
I'm sure there are lots of people in Fairfield County, not only through the levy, but others, businesses and others who help you out and give donations to Meals on Wheels.
Oh, absolutely. Again, the partnerships that we have. I have to give a big shout out to the Buckeye Automotive family. Through their Buckeye Cares program every year, they come forward. Sean and his team are great. They give us a donation. But I'll tell you something more that happens through this relationship with Buckeye Automotive. They are our service provider as well. And when you have over 30-something vehicles out on the road every day, you rely on quality service, people turning around your vehicles and getting them back on the road for deliveries and, again, for assessments and for all these other services that we provide. Sean and his team, they made a commitment to us that they would turn those vehicles around as quickly as they could, so because they know the importance of us getting out there. Sean came to us back during COVID, and he asked us, what's going on, how are things going, how are you guys operating? Because we were a what they call them, an essential service. Of course, you have to feed people and you have to be out there. So we're out on the roads and we're doing this. But what happened during this course of time is many older adults, many people stopped donating as much in some aspects. And so I mentioned to him, I was like, well, our donations are way down just because of what's happening in the world. And man, they got on it. They brought out gift cards and different things like that. And he instituted this whole Buckeye Cares program, recognizing that local nonprofits need help and they need the community support. And I think they've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now. And when you look at the billboard, there's like 20-something organizations that they support, everything from the Senior Hub and Senior Services down to, Big Brothers and Big Sisters with the youth mentoring and everything in between. So it's just really cool. But we rely on other community organizations. We partner with United Way. We partner with our local Center for Independence, all different kinds of ways that we partner with organizations to make sure that seniors have the services that they need.
Well, it's interesting too, but Central Ohio is such a large area with, Columbus dominating and then all the other communities. But yet, like, you take a look at Fairfield County, Lancaster, all of your service area, there's a real sense of this is who we are. This is a community effort.
Yeah, we say that in the senior services world all the time. If you've seen one senior center or one senior organization, you've seen one senior organization, because everybody does operate different and they are local to the local flavor of your community. And what I love about Fairfield County, we are a very collaborative community, and we partner and we come together and we say, what are you doing over here? For instance, the Adam H., we were able to partner with them to bring in-home behavioral health services to older folks who can't drive. Yeah. So you need a therapist to come in and see you and you can't drive, that's a problem. So to help you with your anxiety or your depression, we partnered then with United Way. But does Meals on Wheels have a therapist on staff? No. So we partnered with another organization. So we bring that all together and we're able to coordinate those efforts to get in-home counseling into the homes. But we're always looking at ways that we can support our seniors and what in the community can we bring together and pull together. We'd really act as that catalyst, to make things happen and keep our seniors connected to the services they need. Yeah.
In that vein, what are you looking to do in the future? What are some programs or what are some efforts you're working on now for the future?
Well, as we look to the future, we're all, just as I said, we're looking to make sure that all the gaps are filled, that kind of thing. We're looking at the Age-Friendly Initiative for Fairfield County. So back in 2025, I believe, Governor DeWine instituted or proclaimed or whatever they do, Ohio as an age-friendly state. And so there's many communities, Delaware, Licking, all these different counties who have become age-friendly communities. And that's one thing we're going to work towards for Fairfield County. Again, is our community accessible, safe, and encouraging for seniors to be active? We're also continuing to expand our services, looking to fill gaps. One of our newest programs that we've partnered with is Prevent Blindness. We've become a Golden Buckeye, place where you can sign up for the Golden Buckeye card. Again, looking to fill those gaps, we started a Tech Connect program, which is a technology program where seniors can come into our computer lab. They can learn how to use their cell phones. They can learn how to get on Facebook. They can do whatever it is they need.
Where do I sign up for
Come
this?
on down. Come on down. It's hugely popular. We hear that all the time from our seniors. They're like, I got this cell phone. I know how to call.
Yeah.
I know how to answer it, but I want to do more. So it's just great. Again, a partnership with our local library. They've got the grant to do it. We've got the space and the computers to do it. So, hey, come in here, sit down once a week or once a month, and make sure that our seniors have this opportunity.
Again, that local connection, connecting everybody together.
Exactly. And then we're working on capital improvement projects in our facility. Back in 2019, we moved into an old retired school building, and we renovated the first floor. It's got our dining room. It's got our food service. It's got all our social service workers, case managers, and all that. But we have, I think, 2 or 3 activity rooms down one of the hallways. But we have a whole upstairs floor that's not been accessed, and we weren't allowed to access it until we get it ADA compliant. So we had to sprinkle the whole entire facility. That was a huge project, as well as install an elevator. And thanks to the Representative LeRae at the time, he helped us connect with a one-time strategic grant from the state capital budget. We were able to fund the biggest part of that sprinkler system, which was a huge project. I had no idea. Woo.
I'll bet.
But now we're working towards getting the elevator installed. So our capital campaign for this summer is raising money to get that elevator covered. So it's
and where are you located?
We're located down in Lancaster, 1515 Cedar Hill Road. Hey, stop by anytime. Come on down. Yeah.
Terrific.
So anybody listening, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'd love to have you, take you on a tour, and you can see what we're doing at the Senior Hub. You're the local Meals on Wheels provider.
So we're just about out of time. What would your closing message be as far as talking about the Senior Hub and the local Meals on Wheels in Fairfield County?
Okay. Well, at the Senior Hub, we believe every older adult deserves the opportunity to age with dignity, independence, and connection. So whether it's delivering that nutritious meal we talked about, or providing a ride to the doctor's appointment, or helping people navigate Medicare, or getting that RX assist, simply offering a smile at the front door makes all the difference in a senior's life. We really are committed to helping older adults continue to live safely in their homes and in the communities they love. And we invite everyone in Fairfield County, or anyone who's listening, to join us. And whether you're going to volunteer or donate or just share our story with others, it takes all of us working together to do the things that we do in Fairfield County. So I appreciate the time today to be here to help promote our organization.
Again, give us the website and the phone number.
Yeah, we're our phone number is 740-681-5050, or our website is theseniorhubfc.org.
Our guest on the program today is Anna Tobin, the Executive Director of the Senior Hub, the local Meals on Wheels in Fairfield County. Thanks so much for being here and sharing your passion with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for listening to Columbus Concerns, a public affairs presentation of North American Broadcasting. You can send questions or comments about today's show to Columbus Concerns, in care of this station, 1458 Dublin Road, Columbus 43215. Or email us at columbusconcerns@napcomedia.com.
I'm Tiffany Haddish.
And I'm Marlon Wayans. African Americans are 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer than any other racial or ethnic group.
When you or someone you love is facing a pancreatic cancer diagnosis, access to cutting-edge treatment can help make long-term survival possible and improve future patient outcomes.
That's why Stand Up to Cancer and the Lustgarten Foundation have teamed up to bring over 30 pancreatic cancer clinical trials to those who need them.
Learning all you can about pancreatic cancer, including treatment options and what clinical trials are available, can give you or a loved one even more than hope. It can help make long-term survival possible.
For more information about the latest pancreatic cancer research and clinical trials near you, visit pancreaticcancercollective.org.